to stop singing so much on my lives because they're like, Frank, if you keep singing on your lives, no one's going to come to your live concert. Can you give it a break for a couple of weeks and just get everyone excited to watch you perform live the right way? And I was like, okay. I'll make love to you. I do love that song. Maybe it's in my show. You never know. Like you want me to. And I'll hold you tight. Is that in my show? Baby, all through the night I'll make love to you. I can't remember now. It was honestly on my maybe list. I don't remember if I put it in or not now that I'm thinking about it. I'm not up to that part of my show yet. I'm only at like the beginning so far. Who can guess what the intro to the show is? How about that? Who can guess what the intro to the concert is going to be? What's the intro to the concert going to be? Someone guessed it in there. Someone recently just guessed it. It's not I Feel For You, it's not Say Less. Those are in the opening set, though, I will tell you that. Those are in the opening set. No, not Faith. Not Proud Mary. Not Let's Get It On. Not Janet. Not Forever Girl. Not You Are Not Alone. It's definitely something fast. Yes, it's fast for sure. It's not Ricky Martin. That was a good guess, though. It's maybe something with Michael, but it's not fully. It's like a mixture of something. It's not Let's Get Loud. It's not Bruno. I wish I was coming down from the ceiling. I'm not going to say exactly what it is, though, but I want to see if anyone can guess. I wish I was going to be able to come down from the ceiling. I wish. I'm working on something for this intro that I'm trying to make happen. I literally was like, guys, is there any way that I can come from the floor? They're like, come from the floor where, Frankie? It's a built stage. Like, I know, but, I just wanted to make it fun. Scream by MJ and Janet. I love Scream. Stop pressuring me. Just stop pressuring me. Makes me wanna scream. Pressuring me. That was on my set list of songs I wanted to put in. Someone says, so you build the stage way up. I want to, trust me, but it's like really expensive to put the piece that like raises up. It's like thousands of dollars. The way you make me feel. I love the way you make me feel. It's none of those, though. It's not that. I'll be honest, I don't sing that much, even though like Michael's my favorite, I don't sing that much Michael in my concerts because, I'll tell you the real reason why. Because I always get compared so much to him, and people are always like, you sound like Michael Jackson, and you perform like Michael Jackson, and so I try not to put too much of it in my show, because I don't want to look like a Michael Jackson, like, cover artist, you know what I mean? Or, like, that I'm trying to be someone else. Obviously, I still want it to be my show, and the only reason I even really put in covers into the show is because I'm not a huge established artist yet, and I don't have millions of hits and enough songs to last an hour and 15 minutes, and so I want to make sure that I put the covers in so that the audience, so one, so that it fills up the whole show, and two, so that I'm giving people records that they already love mixed in with mine, so that if you're watching it, at least, and you don't know all my songs yet, you know what I mean? It will at least, you know what I mean, kind of the show's good for everybody is kind of the point of it. And then obviously, once I get to the point in my career where I do have, more hits and songs that, people know, obviously, it's like if you go to a concert or see someone perform, maybe they'll sing one or two covers. And I know that a lot of people are saying, are you singing this or are you singing that? And I don't want to sing too many. I don't like to sing overly too many covers in my show because obviously you're coming to a Frankie concert, not a cover show, and I want to make sure that, But that being said, there is a mixture of everything. So I don't want to say too much. There is a mixture of everything, I swear. It's like pretty set well how I have it. I love Dirty Diana. Dirty Diana. Do I have any concerns about separating the art from the artist and their controversies? No. Because, I'll tell you why. Between the stress of politics, between the stress of the whole thing with people canceling each other, between the stress of, it's like everyone who is successful or everyone, there is so much drama around everyone. I swear, and I don't know if this is right or wrong, but I just completely ignore all of it. And I'm like, my show is just about singing the songs I love. I just have completely X'd out everything else because there's so much crazy drama, you know what I mean, with everyone's opinions, and people are so sensitive about everything. I'm like, my concert is just about having a fun time. It's about, you know what I mean, bringing people together. It's about singing, it's about dancing, and I'm going to just leave everything else to the side. And I'm like, you know what, at the end of it, it's like I had a conversation with someone today, and they were like, saying, oh, some people might not like that, you redid this record. And I'm like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Some people are going to love it. Some people aren't. You just got to keep moving on. And I just kind of, ignore the rest of it and just, do what I do. And like I said, at the end of the day, it's just like, it's the same thing even when I'm on my lives. And I don't want anyone to take this the wrong way, but it's just like, I almost like people want to you know what I mean? Like they feed off of the controversy and, yes, right, Jackie. It's so true. They feed off of all the controversy and the stuff. And guys, nobody is perfect. Everyone's gonna you know what I mean? Make mistakes and Wagmux. What did you say that I missed it? Everyone's gonna make mistakes and, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, what these artists do, I'm not saying, yes, if you're doing something awfully wrong, of course, that needs to be, you know what I mean, brought to the table, but at the end of the day, much like I always tell people, let's say you're an artist, right, and you've cheated on your spouse. Okay, do I agree with that? No. Do I think that you should have done that? No. Does that mean I'm going to cancel you and never come watch you again? No. I don't give a shit. If you're that, I don't care what you do in your personal life is what you do in your personal life. You know what I mean? I want to go see Justin Timberlake perform. So if Justin Timberlake cheated on, his wife, does that mean I'm never going to go see him again? No. I don't understand that whole thing. Is it right? No. But is it my business? No. And guess what? Billions of people in the world cheat. Is it right? No. But do we, run around and make it a big deal when they do it? I don't think so. So, why do they do it when it happens to an artist? You know what I'm trying to say? Everybody is human. You know what I mean? That doesn't take away from Justin Timberlake being an incredible artist and performer. And that's, my whole thing with music, and that's what I think people get so, crazy and wrapped up in, the drama of everyone's lives. And it's what happened to just loving somebody who you just genuinely love them because they're an artist and you love their performance? Who are my influences? Michael, Janet, Stevie Wonder, Elvis, Bruno Mars, J-Lo, Madonna, Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, Usher, Tina Turner, Prince, Whitney Houston, Celine Dion, Why am I having a blank right now? The Temptations. So many people. I think I'm missing people. Those are like obviously must be my mains if those that came off the top of my head that fast. Smokey Robinson. Oh yeah, Luther Vandross. Boys to Men, yes, Boys to Men. Sorry, yeah, people are like, yeah, I'm trying to think of the songs I sing a lot of. Frankie Valli, yes. Am I going to be redoing Sleeping with a Stranger? Yes, I'm working on it. That's another record that's on my list of records that I'm hoping to re-come out with. Barry White, I love Barry White too. Adele, yeah, I love Adele's music. Don't get me wrong. I think she's amazing. I didn't put her like on my inspiration list because, I don't know. Maybe it's because like I was already older when she came out, so I just like don't consider her. Like you know what I mean. Like I probably went more towards the people that I was inspired by from when I was like younger. George Michael, yes. Michael Bolton, like I like Michael Bolton, but I wasn't like, oh my god. Pink, I love Pink too. Elton John, yes. Channing Tatum, Mariah Carey, yes. Ollie Murs, I haven't heard much of his stuff. I like Cher. Frank Sinatra-ish. Like, I like Frank Sinatra, don't get me wrong, that sounds awful. Like, I'm like, ish. But it wasn't like a huge, like, inspiration for me. Harry Styles, no. That sounded so mean. I was like, no. New Edition, oh, I loved NSYNC, for sure. Justin, I don't know if I said Justin, but of course. Smokey, yes. I think I said Smokey, did I? Now take a good look at my face. I like Lionel Richie too. Did I say Harry Styles wasn't good? No. Not that he's not good. It's just I think I like Harry Styles. I like a lot of his songs too. Like he's good. My thing is, again, I always say this. It sounds so mean. I veer more towards people that have stuff that have stood out. If I really can't remember a performance that you've done, I'm usually like, not that I don't like you, I just wouldn't really be inspired. Like, am I going to Google and YouTube Harry Styles' performance and watch it and be like, oh, I want to do something like this? No, definitely not. Because I just feel like he just stands there and sings. Like, I don't know your identity really as an artist. Do you know what I mean? I know that sounds mean. I like him. Again, it's like, it sounds so mean. Because I do like him. I like his songs, but I just, like, I don't feel like I wouldn't be like, he's memorable to me in a way. Yeah, I love Lady Gaga. I know I'm trying to make it sound nice, but it's sounding more mean, so I'm going to just stop talking. Yeah, like, it's just not my style. I love MC Hammer. Yeah, I love your honesty. Thank you. It's just kind of like, I love Aerosmith. Like, it would almost be, too, the same way, like, how someone would say to me, like, if someone was, like, critiquing me, or, like, if they were on live, and they're like, what do you think of Frankie Zulferino? And they were like, I just feel like he's a bit much for me, you know what I mean? Like, he goes crazy with the dancing and the costumes, and I'd prefer for him just to, like, settle in more and, like, just hear him sing more, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's like a preference of what people want. And I'd be like, no, I understand that. Like, that's who I am. You know what I mean? Like, I love to go on stage and put on a costume and change and, you know, be crazy and elaborate. And I love dance breaks, and I love having a lot of dancers on stage and the lights and everything. And that's just me. But, like, I would understand if someone said, like, that they'd be like, oh, I don't know if I'm crazy about that. And I get that. You know what I mean? We all have, you know, like, our own things. Fly me to the moon. Rob Thomas. Yeah, like, I used to like some of his stuff when I was younger. Well, my question to everyone is, you like Post Malone? Yeah, I like Post Malone. My question, Liberace. Yeah. My question to most people is the question when I'll not like fight back with someone, but I'll just say to them, okay, if they're like, I loved, you know, blah, 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 they're insane, and so this is what I say to them. And I do it quickly so that they don't have time. And I'll be like, okay, well, can you tell me a performance that you remember from that person? And they usually will be like, um, 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 well, and it's like, okay, well, you can't. So really, how good could they have been? And that's usually the end of my statement. I mean, is it mean? I guess, kind of, but it's the truth. You know what I mean? I mean, if you can't remember the person's performance, I mean, well, how fucking memorable could it have been? How good could it have been if you can't damn remember it? You know? I don't think it's mean. Like, it was good, you know? And that's like when I always like say things like from my period, like I remember moments that they've had, you know? I don't know why I didn't add Beyonce, man. I love Beyonce. You know, it's just like, you have to do something that like, I'm like, wow, like, yeah, like, where it's like I remember them doing that, you know what I mean? Like the second I think of Madonna, I think of the cone bras, I think Vogue, I think of her and the cake, you know what I mean, rolling on the floor and like a virgin, like I remember, like, and this is so long ago, but like I just remember it. Like when I think of Britney Spears, I think of the snake and the nude outfit with all the diamonds on it, you know? Like I can remember performances. When I think of NSYNC, I think of when they put their faces in those screens at the Video Music Awards. Like there's ones that that just stand out to me, you know? Like when I think of Michael, I think of, oh my God, millions. But I mean, obviously when he did, you know, the moonwalk for the first time and the glove and the black jacket, you know, so like, I guess it just, you know, kind of depends on like things like that, that just like, you know, those are, brutally honest. Try. But what I normally do is too, I love the Backstreet Boys too. They had a lot of great songs. I don't think the Backstreet Boys, as far as performances, I do remember when they did the Larger Than Life, but I don't think as performances, I wouldn't say that like they had as iconic ones as NSYNC. Actually, I think for like their songs, they had an incredible like discography of music. Actually, kind of, sorry, kind of think they had almost stronger records than NSYNC had in a way. But I think that NSYNC would stand out more as like a performance and you'd remember the stuff more. But I actually think the Backstreet Boys might have had like bigger records. But it just depends. It's very different. I've seen Bruno in person, yes. Return of the Mac. I love Bon Jovi. I just was listening to that song yesterday, and I will love you always. Bon Jovi has like so many incredible songs. IZ from Hawaii is? No, I haven't. Should I check them out? Thank you, Juicy Couture. I love that name. Yeah, I love like the classic rock, like Bon Jovi and Aerosmith and like AC/DC, like really great performers. Bed of Roses, yes. Baby, baby, when I look at you. My throat hurts tonight, though. I definitely feel it. Have I ever met celebrities? Of course. Lots of celebrities. What about Frankie Zulferino? He's good, yeah. I like him. He's pretty good. I'm curious to see what he's going to do. If I had to critique myself, let's see. This is what I would say about myself if I was critiquing myself. Like if I didn't know who I was and someone was like, oh, so what do you think about Frankie Zulferino? I'd be like, okay. I like Frankie Zulferino. I'd be like, sometimes I think that he can do like a little bit less. So sometimes I feel like maybe he pushes it a little too hard. It's because like you can tell he wants it so much. So like he like pushes it, which I love because I like his, like the determination and like just the passion that he has for it. But I do think that sometimes like he could like take it down a little bit and switch it up. It'd be nice to see that. I think he's like a really great stage performer. I'd love to hear more of his original music. Versus him doing so many remakes of covers, so that I could like establish him more as his own artist and really discover like who he truly is as an artist. And so I'm curious to see like the music that he continues to come out with. And yeah, I think that's what I would say about him. Because I do, even like I watch back, like I just watched back my I Feel For You music video. And I was watching the part, am I better dancer or singer? I don't know. I try to be the same and make it a joint thing. I was watching my I Feel For You video, right? Because I had just been in rehearsal and I was teaching the dancers this section. I feel for you, ta-ta, boom, sha-sha, boom. I think I love you, I think I love you, ha, ta-ta. And I was like, oh, fuck, I wish I could go back in and redo the video, because when I was reteaching the choreography, and it was in my body so much better, like 3 weeks later versus the week that I had learned it, I was like, oh, I would have probably eased into it a little bit more, and I would have made it like a little, like, I think in the video I went like extra hard because I was so hype and I wanted it to be great. And now that, like I've seen it back, I would have loved to like, fix like little things and like where I was doing choreography. But again, it's part of, like I always tell everyone, that's just part of, knowing that you can always grow and be better. I don't think there's anything wrong with watching yourself back and being like, okay, I see this here, I see this there, like this could be better, that, and then you just continue to grow, and the videos should be getting better, and you should be growing with them. That's why I like when I was saying, like, when I critique other performers and stuff, it's not about really critiquing, it's just like, it's just what I see. I see it from my own self too, so I see where I can grow.